hope you're well. Welcome back. Let's move that slightly. Okay, I've got my new moulds out and I'm going to do some blooms. See what it's like. So I've just taken the temperature on my resin and it's at 38. So I want to get pouring. So I'm just going to put a thin layer in each. I'm using my J. Dixon Fast Cure as usual. And I did mix up 200 altogether. I'm not sure if I'm going to actually need 200. Bit more. I want it to flow into them bits like on its own. Without me shoving it in there. Yeah, man, you can do it. A bit more in this one. This back one, this single one on its own, is a holographic coaster. So I'm gonna do that bloom black and see what it's like. Tiny bit more in. It's gone to the edges itself now, which is perfect. Just this one, which still hasn't. A bit more. I've got enough resin, so but don't pour it too thick, guys. I've probably not even filled these halfway. These are beautiful moulds. I will link them in the description box for you. They're from IdeasDecor. Now, this one's going to be black and I only want about 10 grams. I'm just going to use like these little shot glasses. And then I want about 20 grams in this one. I probably won't even use that, to be honest. Okay. Let's see. That one's quite full. Yeah, so are these ones. I've got some resin left. We'll do something else with that. I'll just put it to one side for a moment. I'm going to do these in different colours. So this one, let's do in turquoise and orange. So I'm going to pop a bit of orange in the middle. Yeah, do a little drop. And turquoise. One, two, three, four. We'll just see how that spreads first. before we start touching it. And then in this one I'm going to do lemon. Let's do 2 drops. That is not in the centre, Leanne. It is not. And then the next colour is bright purple. I'm going to go with a bit more. These are my new inks I'm using again. Kamenskia, I think that's how you pronounce it. And let's do a bit more orange. Put 4 drops in there. I'd usually give them a swirl about, but I think I'm just going to leave them. Let's just go in between with this turquoise. But I like that. Okay, I'm not doing anything, I'm in the black. Let's put the tiniest bit of black onto my stick. Wipe the resin off there, and then I'm gonna shouldn't do this over here. Let's try and see what that does. The tiniest amount. I don't want to overdo it though, because look at that. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that, guys. It was the tiniest amount. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Get that really mixed in there. And that was the Decor black resin dye paste. And then in this one that's got about 20, as usual for my Y, I'm using Bloom Paste by Julie Cuts at Pouring Your Heart. You don't have to use this white, you don't have to use that black. There's plenty of white pastes out there that you can use. I just know with the Bloom paste it always works gorgeous for me, and I know that I can do 1 drop to every 10 grams of resin, and it's usually the perfect consistency. If you're using another white, I'm not really sure how many drops on those, but you want it to use it sparingly. The white, you want it to be a milky consistency and still not fully opaque. You still want it to be a transparent, so you can just still slightly see your stick through it. I hope that makes sense. It's really hard to explain. So let's get these into piping bags. That's the black. It's already quite thick, and he's probably going to feel quite warm. That's that. It's really bubbly. A few taps. Let's pour our pit. Oh God, I literally, my heart went then. I thought I'd I thought I'd poured it into the same one as the black. I mean, it wouldn't have been shocking. We'd have just had to try for a grey bloom. get these little, I couldn't get my normal little cardboard shot glasses in Asda. So I had to get these plastic ones, and they've got little like grooves in the side of them, and they're really annoying. Right, I'm going to leave these. I'm not going to swirl them or anything, but let's get pedaling. Let's move that resin down. I'm just going to do something simple. Oh, our bits, guys, our bits. Almost forgetting. Let me take this white out, maybe this one as well. Okay, our white, our black, our bits. I'm just using some silver bits from Saya. I think that's how you say it. It's Ceya. Let me stand up so you can get a better feel for the centre. Put those in there. Put those in there. Put those in there. I try to go quite minimal with my bits because sometimes I always think when it comes out as a big centre, it doesn't quite look, I don't know. It's obviously you want it bigger on a bigger piece. Just get some of that resin sat over the top. Give that a little zhuzh about. I'm still centered, guys. I don't want to zhuzh these ones about too much because... Oh, do you know what? I wasn't going to put any in the black one. Never mind, I've done it now. Come on. Get down. Should have put them in first before I've even dropped my inks. Get off. Thank you. Okay. Black scissors. I'm just gonna chop off the tiniest little hole. I don't want too big a stream for such a small coaster. And if you're like me, I have better control when it's only tiny. Need it a bit bigger than that though, Leanne. There's no coming out. There we go. That's fine. So I'm just going to do some wiggly lines in a spiral. Start in the centre. Doesn't matter this way then if your hand's not steady because it doesn't matter. I don't want to go all the way out to the edge too much. I'm going to leave it at that. I didn't hardly use any at all. I'm just going to go over it. Give it a bit of a thicker stream. You shouldn't really do this, just try and get it in one if you can. There we go. And then let's crack on and do our white straight away. Did I even cut that? I can't see. Nope, hardly. That's better. yeah, better. Okay, let's do this one first. I'm gonna try and do just a spiral. But as I say, I'm not the best at kind of keeping my hand from shaking. That's why I have more control with a piping bag. Let's do squigglies again in this one. That turquoise is gorgeous. Love that. Just gonna go up to there. Shall we go back in? You watch, I'll make this one blobby. Okay. Okie dokie. Let's get our dotting tool. Oh, this is blooming. Just intrigued to see, because obviously if you put black paste on holographic, the holographic stands out more. So I was thinking, is that going to make the flower stand out a bit more? I don't know how to do this because there's loads of petals on the mould. If I follow the shape of the mould, I thought I'd just stripped black in this front one then. I don't know why I'm laughing, that wouldn't have been funny. Oops. Put your dotting tool in the resin, Leanne, it will help. Last one. Okay. I don't know why, but we'll give it a swirl just because. And make sure that I've got no black on there. I guess we do the same again. And just follow the mould. That's what I'm going to do. This one. There we go. Do we do outies? I'm just gonna pull them out slightly, not all the way into that point, but just a tiny bit. Don't normally do outies as well because I just prefer it when it's just innies. I just like the shape of the flower better. That's just personal preference, I guess. Wish my hand had stopped shaking. I'm just going to leave that. I'm not going to give it a swirl. And then let's just go ahead and do pretty much the same on this one. I am hardly going into the resin. Guys, I'm literally just pulling it on the, literally just on the surface. Don't stick it in and pull it all the way, touching the bottom of your mould. Literally, you just want to skim the surface. And then I'll do the same. I'll do outies on this one as well, just a tiny bit, just so that it fills in a bit of that shape. And then once these have cured, I'm going to back them. The black one, I thought we could back in white. Let's pull that one out a tiny bit more. And that one. Did I blob that? That. Just pull that one out a tiny bit more. There we go. Cool. They're looking alright, aren't they? Just pull these out a tad bit more into this. I like going all the way out of the edge, which is why I leave most of my blooms just without a backing, because I just like them like that. But when you're doing a backing, I guess it is a good idea to leave some room, because otherwise you're not going to see your back, especially if you're doing like a glittery back, or you know, you're putting stuff in your resin, or you're doing it like a Larimar on the back or some kind of effect. You want to be able to see it, don't you? So don't take your bloom all the way out to the edge and then do a Larimar. Just don't see. I don't see the point. Should we pull out on these bigger ones, on the black one? Just on this like bigger petally bit, not this smaller one, this bigger one. Oh, that's really thick there. Because as I say, I'm gonna go ahead and put a white background on this, and then hopefully we're gonna see some nice effects with the black and the holographic, and then the white. Let me just give that a tiny bit of heat. I don't want to do it too much because I don't want to, one, burn my mould, or two, leave holes in my petals. I really want this to close up a bit more though, so that it's completely black. I think giving it a little shot of heat will help do that. Okay, we had some resin left, didn't we? And make sure it's not too... It is a bit thick. It is a bit thick. And then we'll see when you put it into smaller moulds. It's not great. Let's pick out, I always do this one, I know. Let's pick out my butterfly. And then let's do this little Interresin heart mould. I got it in my Interresin mystery bag. And then I don't know if we've got enough to do this. This is from the Interresin. It's like a little tag, like a little keychain, luggage tag. I don't know. And let's do amethyst. Some purple. I'm gonna stir loads of bubbles into this. It's really thick. Just gonna try and do it slowly. But it wants pouring really quickly. Bubbles in that. It's not the resin, by the way, guys. It's because I've let it get too much. It's fast cure resin, so literally you have about 20 to 30 minutes work time with it. You don't get long at all. Okay, let's pour this tag. Like all bubbles trapped in the facets. Hopefully we can get them out. I'll take a long neck lighter to it, see if I can get them out. These handmade moulds, guys, you don't need to fill them right to the top. I think if you fill them and dome them like you do with some of your other moulds, you're going to end up with trimming. They aren't being cut on a machine like other moulds. They've been, you know, hand cut. So if you fill it all the way to the top and dome them, you're going to have a bit of overpour. So I always pour them just a bit less. I really love this little diamond heart. It's so cute. I did one for myself and put it on a necklace. It's really nice. And I just did, it's got like one little faceted heart at the front, and I did that in UV resin in red. I don't think I've got enough for the butterfly, you know. Might be a really thin butterfly. Yeah, I did the little heart in red in UV and cured that. And then I just did the rest of it in clear. Oh my god, I'm wrecking a right mess. I hate it when your resin gets really gloopy and thick like this. It's awful to pour. But I don't want to waste it. We actually didn't do not a bad job of filling this one actually. See what else I can scrape out. The last little bits. Do you know, that was absolutely perfect. Yeah, Mum. Takes ages to drip off, doesn't it? When it's gloopy. Right then, guys. That is it. I'll just, where's my long neck lighter? Oh, come on, I have this bottle with it every single time. Come on. Just going to pop these bubbles. Okay. All right then, guys, I'll be back once this is cured. See you soon. Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you're well. I know, I'm sorry I unmolded without you. I couldn't help myself and I kind of forgot, and then I was, oh no, I need to record this. These were just the little extras. That's all I've unmolded. You can see, look, they're still in the mould. So I haven't peaked, promise. I just love InterResin's moulds. They're so shiny and so pretty. Really, really pretty. Gorgeous. And the heart, this comes out so nice. I got these two moulds in the InterResin mystery bags. I got one of the handmade mould mystery bags, and I also got one of the normal moulds. I think the both was like less than £50. I think it was £43, something like that, for 10 moulds from InterResin, and 5 of them were handmade and 5 of them weren't. But there was one mould that I got. Let's see if I can get it. It's up here. This one. I can't even remember to tell you now. I cannot remember. Anyway, it's some type of fruit or vegetable, and you hang it for luck, apparently. If anyone knows the name of it, put it in the comments because I forgot. But I thought it was a tree, or when I actually poured it and demolded it, I did it in green because I thought it was like a little diamante Christmas tree. And then I thought it's definitely not, and I posted it on a Facebook group, and we all had ideas at guessing what it was, and there were a lot of comments for a crystal poop. But anyway, yeah, after messaging InterResin and trying to find out what the hell it was, because I couldn't even make it out after it were poured, it was some kind of fruit or vegetable, and you hang it for luck in China, I think. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, so I probably would have never have bought that mould. The other handmade one I got was this one, and I did it in the plum chrome powder, and it stained the first time I used it, but it's a lovely little mould. You got that? I think it's actually too small for a cup, unless your cup's like thin and it's one that comes out, you'd probably fit it on. But yeah, I just keep it here on my desk and put things on it. So yeah, but these two I really like. I think this would make a lovely key ring. I'm going to actually try it in some UV resin and do each of these like faceted jewels a different colour, see what that comes out like. And yeah, this heart one's lovely, really sparkly and beautiful. And then the butterfly, I love this mould as well. This mould and these two are from IdeasDecorShop. Right, I'll put these back up here because these are moulds that I pour extras in all the time. And let's get on to these. Remember this one? This was the black bloom that I did with the white background, and I was hoping it'd be lovely because of the holographic. Let's see. I expected it to be really holographic where the black was. Do you know what? It's still quite pretty there. Look at that. Gorgeous. I like that. I might have to pour it all a deep black and see what that looks like. But I like that. It's really nice. I like the shape of the mould as well. That is that one. And then we did these two in different colours, didn't we? Don't think I came back either and told you that I'd backed them. I just backed them off camera because you've seen me do it like a good few times now. I think it gets a bit boring, you're just watching me pour a plain white or a grey. So yeah, we can skip that bit and you can get right onto the unmoulding. Oh, look at that. My bits are orange. It's because I didn't put them in before dripping my alcohol ink. I put them in after, which has caused my alcohol ink to sink down. And the bloom's a bit too heavy for me. A bit too heavy. I'd have liked it a bit more, less opaque. Basically, a bit less white. But it still bloomed really nicely. What do you think? Like the turquoise. It's pretty. That's that one. And then let's do the last one. Yeah, and this one's the same. Bit heavy for me. And I don't usually pull out on my petals. I usually just do innies because I like it that way. But I do love the shape of these moulds. I think they're gorgeous. Not my favourite blooms, but they've bloomed and they're a nice bloom. But yeah, they're a bit heavy for me. It's really hard sometimes, I think, doing the smaller ones. I prefer to do, if you do a big one, then you need to do it at an earlier temperature. So maybe when it gets to about 33-ish, do a bigger one because it's got more time to move. If you do it too late, the edges bloom, and then it gets so far into the middle and it stops, and you just kind of get this ring where it's just stopped moving because the working time's like up, or you know, it's got too hot and it's had enough. And then with the smaller ones, they can come out like this. It's a bit heavy for me. Maybe the white was right, but I just did too much white, because I really do try and get them really close together. Maybe if I spaced them a bit further apart. I try and do too much in such a small space, and it's better when you do them in smaller moulds, to not do anything too full on. Just keep it really simple, because you can't do a lot in this tiny little space you've got. Some coasters are bigger than this, but these are quite small. I'd say they're only about 8 centimetres. From the point to the other point, it's 11 centimetres. But if you just do it from the inside to the inside, it's 7.5 centimetres. It's kind of, that's what you've got to work with, a 7.5 centimetre like radius. So don't try and shove loads on. And maybe I drew in too much as well, like same with this one. I think if it had maybe like 6 petals, it'd have been prettier. Doing too many, you just kind of overdo it on these smaller moulds. Sometimes you've just got to learn to hold back and just keep it simple. But obviously on a bigger piece, you've got loads of room to have a play about. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments, guys. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. It's absolutely free, doesn't cost you a penny, and it really helps me and my channel grow, which I'm loving, guys. Thanks for the support. I can't believe like how many of you guys have subscribed already. I really didn't even think I'd get to 50. So yeah, and some of you send me such lovely messages. I've met some really nice people on YouTube through like collaborations and just watching other people's channel and getting and recommending somebody else, or someone else has inspired them, so they kind of give them a shout out. I'm really feeling the love, and resin is such a wonderful community to be a part of. Everyone is really nice and lovely, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. So yeah, please help a girl out and yeah, carry on what you're doing, and that means that I can carry on with what I'm doing, because I'm loving it. Okay then, guys, it's been a good one, and I hope to see you all back on the next one. So I'll see you then. Bye for now.
I sit by myself, talking to the moon, trying to get to you. And hope. Ooh, baby, do you know what that's worth? Ooh, heaven is a place on earth. They say in heaven, love comes first. We'll